Johnny, we don't do much reporting on the Ukrainian war. Well, Johnny, there are channels out there far more adept at reporting on the Ukrainian war. Well, that's true. But by Jesus, Johnny, just the other day it was announced that Australia was sending about 100 bloody soldiers over to England to train the Ukrainian forces.
We already have our bushmasters and artillery. Now our soldiers will be helping to prepare the Ukrainians for combat. The first contingent of ADF troops are heading to the UK to join a multinational training mission.
Yeah, train them now. To me, that's a serious escalation of our involvement in a war right around the other side of the world, and something I don't think we should be getting too involved in. Oh yes, that's right. But more on that later, Johnny. I was watching this this report on said soldiers being sent to England, and I was watching and I didn't agree with a couple of things that were said by the bloody Minister for Defence.
Right.
But I let that fly, and as the report went on, it moved from the report on the soldiers being sent to what the hell was happening in the Ukraine at the moment. Really? All right, let's have a bloody look at it.
Carrying the pride of a nation, Australian troops farewell their families.
Just excited at the moment and ready to get going.
Bound for the UK to train Ukrainian civilians turned soldiers.
We can't be more proud of what they're about to go to.
From weapons training to infantry tactics, 70 ADF personnel will join those from Britain and New Zealand in giving Ukraine's volunteer army the best chance of survival on the front line.
And what you're about to do is really going to matter for those Ukrainians who have given up their livelihoods, left their families to go and fight.
Now we have cut this, Johnny, because it went on for bloody ages.
We're software developers, we're people who are lawyers, and now they're all soldiers, and they're out there defending the country.
Almost a year into the war, Russia's assault shows no sign of slowing.
We need to be ready and willing, which we are, to stand with Ukraine over the long term.
The UK becoming the first Western nation to send tanks to the battlefields, Ukraine says it needs others to follow.
Australia is continuing to engage with Ukraine about what sort of material support Australia can provide. There's bipartisan support.
And it dives straight into this sort of stuff.
Devastation on the outskirts of Ukraine's capital. This family home is far from the front line, yet war is on their doorstep. For some residents, it was a narrow escape.
We heard the explosions and started running to the cellar. We barely made it. My 7-year-old son and I covered him and fell down.
Further south in Zaporizhia, this family woke to destruction.
I woke up to everything shaking, crumbling. I got up and screamed.
Missiles struck as far west as Lviv to Kharkiv in the east.
But you get the gist of what they're saying. Right, yeah. Now, we all know that bad things are happening over there, Johnny. It's shithouse for the people involved, the civilians. But it appeared to me that just what I was watching, you weren't there, you were at your swimming lessons or whatever, but what I was watching was nothing more than a well put together piece of propaganda. Yeah, propaganda. There, I've said it. Yeah, what was that, sorry? Yeah, propaganda. They give you the news about the troops going over there, and people go, oh yeah, that might be a bit dangerous, and then they follow it straight up with all this terrible bloody suffering and everything, so we all sit there and go, oh, it's very bad over there. Yeah, we've got to go over there and do something. Sending the troops is a bloody good idea. What's on Netflix tonight? Right. But I was shocked, Johnny. I was shocked at witnessing this blatant piece of propaganda. And the good people of Australia just go about their business. Johnny, they've been told that troops are being sent just to England at this stage, and that then it was followed up with the reinforcement of how bloody terrible this war is over there, and we do need to give more support to the Ukraine.
Most ordinary Americans, most people around the world do not want to be engaged in foreign wars and massive political conflicts. We have to be coached
to desire them, coached to think that it's in our best interest, or coached to think it's in the best interest of people that are vulnerable to tyranny elsewhere.
So, Johnny, are you saying the governments are setting out to deliberately brainwash their constituents? Especially happening in the US, Johnny, where the US is spending billions helping Ukraine win this almost unwinnable war. I mean, are they ever going to win it? I don't think they will. And they've got to keep convincing the US people that what they're doing is the right thing, and we need to support our poor friends in the Ukraine. Otherwise, it'll just be terrible. Johnny, obviously it's been a bloody proxy war right from the start, hasn't it?
You might be wondering, is this a proxy war? Is this not a proxy war? Well, here in plain sight is Adam Schiff in Congress telling you what it is.
The United States aids Ukraine and her people so that we can fight Russia over there and we don't have to fight Russia here.
Aid Ukrainian people so we can fight Russia over there and we don't have to fight Russia over here. So there you go, that's Democratic Representative Adam Schiff saying fight Russia over there. Sounds a little bit like a proxy war to me.
Yeah, the US is using the Ukrainian people to run down the reserves of Russia. So they don't have to do it. It's a bloody ingenious little scheme. Johnny, perhaps the elites are right. They really can tell the public anything and we'll believe it.
What this escalation, what this denial of a proxy war, what this unwillingness of the media to report responsibly on the issue to me demonstrate is we have an independent set of elites that are in charge of the world and the stories that we are told about the world.
So if the good people of the world actually thought about this, Johnny, gave some thought to it, they'd probably come to the conclusion that they're being taken for a ride. Right. By the governments.
We love each other. What are you going to do about it?